Greetings, it's Mama Alia. It's Sunday evening when I'm recording this. This will be uploaded, maybe a little later tonight. Yeah, probably. And this is meant to give us messages for what we need to know in the week moving forward. So, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to use two decks to kind of, I think I kind of like how I did it last week. I did it 3 different decks, so we're going to keep with that. We're going to look at love and relationships. We're going to look at our money, and we're going to look at our spirituality. Now, what I noticed was that everything kind of seemed to tie into one another. That's not surprising. All things are one, all things are connected. And so you'll see similar situations, even just similar energies and themes, even if the situations aren't exactly the same, playing out in different areas of your life. That can happen. Especially the more tapped in we are with our journey, we can notice those things more. If you haven't been noticing, then you're starting to have access to that level of awareness. And that's why you're here, because we are learning how to be in that mode more of the time. It's about integration of that awareness with our normie life. Now let me try and flip this switch here with this stick. Can I do it? It's too flimsy a stick. I'm gonna have to go across and around. Alright, I'll be right back. And we are back. I had to turn the fan on. I've had my candles lit all day. I went last week without meditating at pretty much at all. I was praying most of the time last week, but I was just so in my experience. I wouldn't say I was feeling trapped per se. I was just really into it and didn't give myself the space to do it. I wanted to scroll, I wanted to relax, and so that's what that was about. Nothing too crazy or anything, but I did notice I paid for it, and others around me paid for it with my mood at the end of the week. So I have been being more gentle with myself. I didn't meditate on Saturday, but I did so today. I made sure last night I had my candles lit so I could relax, because the candles have a way of bringing me peace. So if that works for you, you should do it. I've had them burning for most of the time since last night, and you know, that suits me just fine in my situation. Let me see here. We're going to use, I think, the same decks that we used last week. We're going to use the Moonology Oracle to bring us a message for each area. Today we're going to start with the spiritual aspect. Okay, we're just going to get those spiritual messages that we need to know for the week ahead right out the gate. Okay? Before we get started, I would like to invite you all to take a deep breath in with me. Breathe in to your heart. Hold and breathe out. Next, we're going to connect with our beautiful Mother Earth, breathing up a cord of light from the center of the planet. Breathe all the way to the top of your head and release. Beautiful. And now we're breathing in, activating our source energy from within. The breath is causing us to glow, activating every cell, every atom in our body. And now we're glowing so brightly that the light is emanating past our skin, and we breathe out. And that light is removing any obstructions, distortions, disturbances, anything that is disrupting our energy field, that is causing distraction, that is causing negativity, all right, misalignment, all right. We are coming into balance and alignment here. We are clearing out, and we are calling in energies, frequencies for our highest good. Amen, Ashe, blessed be, and so it is. Oh yes, oh yes. Okay. Inviting in our highest selves, our ancestors, our guides, our protectors, whatever these entities, spirits, beings that you believe in, that are by your side, guiding you along your journey. Welcome them in, call them in, and they will be with us. I did feel the activity at the back of my crown chakra area. We are ready. They are here. They are here. Okay. So we're going to start with messages for our spiritual department, okay? Heaven. Let's start with heaven. What is heaven saying to us? Ooh, baby, that was so fast. That came out so fast. A time for healing it is. Okay. A time for healing, the balsamic moon. Ooh, that comes, the balsam is like, it reminds me of the balsam fir, which is a very sacred tree that is an evergreen, so the leaves never change color. They don't fall like the way that deciduous leaves fall. They can, a fir tree is going to stay green year round. Fir trees are connected to the crown chakra a lot of times, and very high frequency energies. I think also to the root. It really depends on which kind of fir that you're looking at. Meow! My cat. Okay, a time for healing, balsamic moon. Pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past, and a bright future is beckoning. However, before you take your next step, make sure that both you and the situation feel healed. This is not the time to paper over cracks or to simply pretend that everything is okay. Rather, you still need a little more time to heal and to soothe both yourself and anyone else in need. Then remind yourself that anything is possible if you believe it. This is also a time to surrender and wait to hear guidance from the universe. Beep confirmed it. Powerful insights can be had. If you know that someone or something isn't really good for you, this card is a reminder to surrender. Start to work on your belief in your dreams so you're ready when the time comes. Attune to the moon. When one is healed, all are healed. Additional meanings. It's time to let go of the past. You are about to turn the corner. You need more time to heal. Think about how this situation would look if everyone were healed. The teaching. Patience is required at the time of the balsamic moon. It is a time for self-care as you slowly but surely prepare yourself for the new moon, which is just around the corner. No matter which point in the current moon cycle you have pulled this card, it's a reminder to go a little bit easy on yourself. The time to step into your creatrix power will come soon enough. Give yourself the time you need. What was I just saying? I wasn't giving myself the space, okay? But today we have been giving ourselves the space. I wanted to share this beautiful moon energy with you guys to bring forth a reading and stuff, and yeah. And as we are all tied in together, we are probably going to, you know, when I do my messages for myself tomorrow, I'm probably going to see something similar as to what y'all are saying. Okay, we're going to use the Hoodoo Tarot. This is one of my favorite decks. Okay. And... which one of my chins is your guys' favorite, by the way? Just kidding. Oh, let me see here. What do we see? Oh, those were from last week, actually. I saw the Seven of Swords and the World card. We got those last week in a Celtic cross during the live. I heard 13 shuffles. We're gonna draw 5 cards for what do we need to know throughout the week. Mother of Baskets, the Queen of Cups, Pisces energy. All right, Cancer, Scorpio. I'm feeling this is connected to the Pisces full moon energy. We have heightened and deepened sensitivity. The Eight of Baskets right behind it, leaving something behind, as the Oracle message stated. Okay, that's our shadow energy. Ooh, at 13 minutes. Okay, 3 of Coins for our energy for the week. Beautiful. That's a good energy for going in, working with. This is the spiritual energy, working with others, communication. Connecting, okay, collaborating, mastery of skills, performing somewhat. So, getting ready to work closely in communion with Spirit is kind of what I'm being prepared. We are prepared. Okay, great. Ooh, the crux of the matter. 5 of Baskets, there's a sense of loss and grieving. I'm seeing not just of loss, but being lost. Let me show you the image here. And I see this figure. I saw this kind of as a very strange figure with a sad face. You know, that might not be what is actually being depicted, but that's kind of how I was seeing it. It looks like maybe it's an owl or something with its head turned kind of sideways. So owls are creatures that symbolize wisdom, divine knowledge, arcane secrets. They're connected to the night time. They can see in the darkness. So what you can see in the darkness is that even though you have this loss, you have still 2 cups usually that are upright in this card. Although, I think all of the baskets are kind of looking... well, there are 2 that aren't destroyed, is what I'll say. 2 baskets that aren't destroyed. They are empty, but they're not destroyed. They can be refilled. They can be replenished. Okay, and yeah, there's things lurking in the shadows, but we can trust the owl. We can trust our instincts, our higher knowledge, our higher self, our intuition, and our ability to see in the dark. So that's the crux of the matter. The important thing is to know through this time of loss or awkwardness or whatever it is, that there has been love, there is still love, and that you are continuing on to greater wisdom. Spirit wants to speak to you of changes, great changes. There's many changes on the way. New opportunities for action coming in quickly. You have to act quickly. This isn't the advice card, but I'm seeing, yeah, just a lot of fast action. I'm seeing, yeah, so this is a time of receiving a lot of different messages. I've been getting a lot of like head tingles and stuff lately. I've been getting, energy from the other side. Maybe you've been feeling kind of similar energies and stuff, recollections of memories and things. Here is Big Mama. This is the Sun card. So this is the advice. No matter what happens, trust in these changes, okay? And have confidence in yourself, okay? 19, reducing to 10, the Wheel of Fortune, reducing to 1, the Magician. Okay, 10s, completion, and moving to the next level, 1s, new beginnings, okay? So inner child energy, feeling nurtured, cared for, okay? She's wearing green, which is a healing color, okay? We're connecting with nature still. Eat some cornbread, enjoying the harvest. And the outcome? Father of Coins. So this is the spiritual reading, right? That is, I'm feeling okay. Okay. This is the spiritual reading that's kind of having like a little bit more earthly connotations with the Father of Coins. So, let me see here. Mother of Baskets, I heard know thyself. Deepening, heightening sensitivity. I'm feeling this is a call from the other side. We did mention that with one of these cards. I felt like the Eight of Wands was kind of like that. So maybe some of you have lost somebody recently, or there is a loss that you're still grieving, and they want you to know everything's good on the other side. Okay, they're here to help you. Okay, Father of Knives. Here's the cards that are immediately following the outcome card. Father of Knives. This is the King of Swords. This is about timing. This is about discipline. This is about discernment. This is about cutting edge is what I heard. Okay? Cutting off the edges. Trimming the fat. Okay? Sticking to what's most needed. What's most, emphasizing those things, what's most important. And we had also the Bishop card, C.H. Mason. This is the Hierophant. So this is a lot of masculine energy that's coming through from the other side, is what I'm feeling like. So this is big spiritual energy, This is a religious leader. This is a spiritual healer in a way. This is somebody who has a lot of pull in the realms of heaven and earth. Okay. Yes. And no matter which world you're walking through, there are rules. Even if it doesn't always seem like it. There are certain ways. Ace of Swords. The messages that are coming through are true, okay? Trust the clarity of your vision, all right? Especially with this moon energy coming in. Sometimes the moon energy can be about illusions, with this full moon energy, I think this is emphasizing the power of the moon to illuminate our abilities and the presences of spirits. Okay? And this is, again, another masculine figure. Usually the moon energy is associated with feminine energy. It is directly connected to Pisces and Cancer, which I was calling out specifically with the Mother of Baskets here. So I feel like there could be a set of masculine and feminine energy that is coming through from the other side. Maybe you have multiple, but it's emphasizing more the masculine with the Father of Coins, and with the Father of Knives, the Hierophant, and the Moon. So that's not like the most official part of the reading, but those are things that I'm adding in because they are relevant. They were right there, they're creeping right there, right behind the Father of Coins. So what will look like external stability is actually divinely supported and guided, is what it's sounding like to me. So always send out your gratitude, pay your respects, okay? Yes, the spirits are here to serve and guide and protect and stuff, but we must also show our respect. It's not like as if it's a conditional thing. It's just something that helps to maintain a positive, healthy relationship with ourselves, with that side of ourselves and our experience, and with those and other energies. I heard 6 shuffles for the Father of Coins. I'm going to look at what that is. Let's move in deeper. And one more. I have to splice things together. Okay, so now we've done 6 of Wands. Pretty crazy. Recurring cards. 5 of Cups in the same position as before with the eclipse. And now we've got, this is different. God is showing us, Spirit is showing us the Page of Cups. This is what Spirit wants us to know and be aware of. This energy. So there is a little spirit. I heard sprite also. There's a sprite-like energy around us. This could be another person at work, somebody who's creative and thoughtful, and I'm getting kind of an immature vibe from them and stuff. Not always the vibe I get from Page of Cups. Usually I get a very sweet feeling, but this guy seems a little mischievous. Seems like a little bit of a shit talker. You know, maybe they're not talking shit, but they're definitely thinking shit, okay? And that, of course, has more to do with them. I'm feeling this as an external energy. If it is something that comes from you, like, or even if you are getting that reflected back, just always take it as an opportunity to address those sort of things within yourself and, like, correct that, right? I'm seeing a wall that has bricks missing, so you're going to want to make sure that you have your boundaries up, okay? So keep your boundaries, okay? You don't have to listen to nonsense from people when it, A, doesn't make any sense, B, isn't important, and C, has no actual bearing or consequence for you. Okay, not important. Okay, yeah. I mean, so, B part 2. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, Chariot, this is the advice. Keep moving. Keep your head up. Cancer energy. Trust in your stars. Okay. Trust yourself. Trust your balance, okay? Mind your balance as well. Don't just take it for granted. Trust, but don't take it for granted, okay? And the outcome is the 4 of Cups, so we might have some dissatisfaction. All of this water energy. Queen of Wands just beyond that. Justice. So things are going to come into balance. There is going to be some conflict further down the road, but it's not going to be this week. It might, but I'm highly doubtful of that. Okay, I'm not highly doubtful. I'm not super convinced of it. Okay, I'm doing, how many? We're going to draw on the Four of Cups. We want to see what is this Four of Cups about as the outcome. Why is this our outcome? We came in with Six of Wands. Why are we leaving the week with Four of Cups? Okay, 10 shuffles. Ace of Swords. That's 4. Let's do one more shuffle for the Four of Cups. Why is this our outcome? Okay, we've got the Emperor there. Okay, so both halves here, before I fully close this shuffle, this was the other side, the bottom of the other side of the deck when I cut the deck to shuffle it and put it back together. The Emperor. And at the bottom of the deck is the Empress. I heard squabble up. So, shenanigans. I feel like there's shenanigans having to do with masculine and feminine energies in the workplace. Okay, authority, matters of authority. Here's Eight of Wands again. Alright, authorita. Queen of Wands, clarifying Four of Cups. King of Swords, masculine and feminine. Okay, but in masculine element. Okay. King of Swords was in the spiritual side too. And Nine of Cups. So ultimately, I think things are going to be okay. It's going to come out okay. There's going to be wish fulfillment by the end of the week. It might just be a draining situation having to do with higher ups. Maybe, yeah, I think that's kind of more what it is. Maybe a general, you're just tired at the end of the week. That makes sense. 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles. It's hard work. Okay, you're working. Alright, okay, so that's it. Queen of Wands, King of Swords. Energies, divine masculine and feminine energies. I'm seeing some spookies. Actually, look, let's talk about this. There's a figure going, ah, like in the clouds over here. And then there's one that's making a face over here. So there might be like some confusion caused by people that are playing games or by mischievous spirits. Okay, but I think working on your spiritual protection, your grounding, etc., having a strategy is what I just heard also. You know, you don't want to manifest things into being before they happen. So just take everything as it comes. Keep walking in that Six of Wands, that Sun energy, that full moon and Aquarius energy, okay? Stay grounded in the Taurus energy with the Empress here. And, like, be no BS, King of Swords. Alright? Stand on business, Queen of Wands, okay? And that's going to resolve the issue. That's going to be a resolution. Nine of Cups is resolution energy. It's a positive wish fulfillment energy. So I like that for us. I like that for you. Let's see here what else we got. Yeah, I mean, let me see one more little peek. Strength card, yeah, just maintain that composure. Your decency is what I heard. Your decency. And your innocence. Yeah? So yeah, maybe even the stuff that's coming up comes from like a place of innocence. Maybe there's just a misunderstanding or something. But, you know, like, spirits will ride on people who have vulnerabilities in their boundaries. And, you know, physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever it is and stuff. Spirits, entities, etc., energies, they will ride on that because that's how they get their kicks. That's how they get their kicks. That's how they get fed their energy feed that they need, okay? So it's not personal, it's just what they do. So, yeah, thankfully you're not going to be... So, yeah, I mean, if somebody has an insecurity or something, they're going to use that for them to say something that reflects badly on you. But when, you know, you're faced with the actual people and when they're looking at your track record and everything like that, it's going to come up sunshine and daisies for you and stuff. It's not going to be bad for the other person either because it's an honest, innocent mistake and misunderstanding and stuff. So, nothing to worry about. Okay. Ooh, we got another Taurus card. Was that a Taurus card? This is for the love side of things. No, this is the new moon in Pisces. We've moved on to love. New moon in Pisces. Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. All right. New moon in Pisces. Now here we are at the full moon. And this is about the new moon. So this is going back 6 months ago. So this is like where you are now with energy from 6 months ago. Okay? That's what I'm feeling, picking up on. And perhaps this is even moving us 6 months into the future. Why not? It's all connected. This card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. There could be confusion and disappointment, if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're on to a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart can help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If all that sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces card can suggest a last-ditch chance to make your dreams come true. Attune to the moon. Use your feelings to guide your way. Logic won't work right now. Additional meanings for this card. Face your fears. They may be holding you back. This situation is being healed. Balsamic moon, time for healing. It's time to surrender to the divine. Chant Om Namo Narayani. Avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. The teaching. Pisces is the sign of reveries and mysteries, or depths of emotion, idealism and hopeless romantics. It is the sign of water and the unconscious. Its energy is deep, like watery depths. The new moon in Pisces indicates a time to listen to your feelings and to allow your emotions free rein. Whatever you're feeling as you pull this card is more likely than the truth. Unless you've been kidding yourself somehow. And only you know if that's the case or not. I cheated myself just like I knew I would. Told you I was trouble. You know that I'm no good. Positive self-talk, you guys. Okay? Positive talk on your situation. Ace of Swords. Keep it fresh. Keep it open. Keep it clear and pure. Okay? Underneath the World card. So that way you can walk into a new world. That's so cool how the World card kind of is reflecting like a usual depiction of like the Fool card. This is the tarot of the cat people, by the way. Let me see if I can get a better writing situation over here for that card. Okay, I haven't even shuffled the deck. I heard 12. 12 shuffles. 8 of Wands again. 8 of Wands when I cut the deck, you guys. 8 of Wands. The changes are going to be fast. It depends on your actions of the past and of the present. Okay, walking into the future. You're creating the future. This moment is the future that you created in the past. Okay? It's all coming together. It is all together. Romance, relationships, 10 of Wands. Yeah, relationships are work. Love is work. Okay, it can be work. Okay, it can be hard. It can be difficult. We can have challenges. That's fine. That's fine. We're putting it down with the 10 of Wands. That's nice. We're over it. We're through. Okay, we're done. Or look at this. He's used these wands to create one of the most steady and strong structures, arches, columns, pillars, and arches, okay? Those wands are used in the construction of his domicile of love. Ooh, baby. Okay, it's been difficult. 5 of Wands, conflict. Having to balance, having to cooperate with others, compete with others. Feeling like it was a competition of some kind, even if you weren't doing that and stuff. Feeling like you were being treated that way. 5 of Pentacles. This is sad, okay? I feel you. Isolated. Misunderstood is what I'm hearing, what I'm getting. Abandoned. Okay, abandonment wounds. Yikes. Sadness, sadness, sadness. Grief, grief, grief. The feeling of not being enough. 7 of Pentacles. This is what Spirit wants you to know. There's growth. There's potential. You have been working. Your rewards are growing. Your jewels, your wisdom, your riches is what I was hearing, okay? But your enrichment of your experience is growing too. Okay? The contentment meter, that's not what... The contentment quotient, your CQ is rising, baby, okay? Pleasure quotient. Advice, the Emperor. Take charge. Take command. You are in command. Recognize that. Act it out, okay? Dominate, okay? Maybe we've been too dominant. I don't get that, though. I do not get that. When you've been here, it's not because you're dominating. Quick, because I'm running out of storage, okay? So, 5 of Swords, we're defending our innocent nature, okay? And not everybody's going to like it, but we've got this spirits watching us, okay? Guarding over us as we do so, alright? Making sure you're not putting others down to feel superior, okay? Especially if that's what was served to you, do not serve it back, alright? But when we cut people off, it can be a natural result of how they've acted if they get something like that back. Even if it's not coming directly from you, if they get that back in their experience, even if it's just their interpretation of what's going on, like, that's what they get. The Hermit. So, you know, we're still staying solitary. Okay, we're healing. It's still a time of healing. We're still growing. Okay? Ace of Swords is we're getting to a new level of clarity. Okay, after healing through very poor treatment, okay, we're connecting with ourselves, with our value and our values. Star card healing, okay, Alright, but I'm seeing positivity, look! Queen of Pentacles is right here. Okay? But right now, like, is not the time. It's being held up with Four of Pentacles and the Devil card. We've got shadow work to do. Shadow work must continue. Must begin if it hasn't, but I think that it has. Okay, you're done with the pity party. Five of Cups in the past. Let it be in the past. Let it be in the past. Cut them bitches off, okay? Cut them off. They do not, unless you can sense that their energy has really changed, and you know, like, you know, it's on you. It's a personal call. You know, I'm not, myself personally, I'm not taking anybody back that's done me dirty. Okay? I used to be way more like, oh, people should be understanding and forgiving, because it's like, I messed up, so I want people to be understanding and forgiving towards me, right? But then, like, I've realized that every time I was understanding and forgiving, it just gave people permission to keep treating me bad, 222, and I said that. It gave people permission to keep treating me bad. Bad. Really bad. Okay? And, you know, it doesn't mean that people are always going to treat you great, just, okay. Just, it doesn't mean people people will not automatically treat you better just because you have better standards for yourself, if they are not going to accept that from you. Okay? So, that's why we're cutting people off. That's why we're in this phase now where it can feel very difficult. Five of Swords, Ace of Swords with that shocked leopard face. Okay? It is what it is. People are going to leave your life. Okay? You're going to leave people's life. You're going to have distance. You're going to have detaching. Okay? It's a difficult thing to deal with, and I extend every grace and compassion to you and anybody that's walking through that situation. Just because we have higher standards for ourselves doesn't mean everybody's going to keep follow that standard and raise their level of how they interact with us. It is not that. It is not going to be that. Okay? Blessings. Okay? Blessings for you either way, but you know, if you got that, that's awesome. All right. Man, you must have been, like, you must have some really great karma in that area, because, man, it is not that case for everybody, okay? Most people are going to have issues when they start raising their standards of what is acceptable for them in relationships, okay? So stick to your sense of your self-worth and keep that shit high, okay? Go ahead and overestimate your value. There ain't no way to do it, baby. Okay, because you are a priceless being. You are one of a kind individual. Alright? And love yourself to the utmost. Spirit has one more thing for you from this deck. Okay, one more. I felt it. Don't let pride get in your way either, okay? Yes, that's what can cause us to be the Five of Swords aggressor, is our sense of pride and stuff, which can come from, like, overcompensating for shame, or, like, times when we were made to feel weak, okay? When we felt like we should have been able to stick up for ourselves, but for whatever reason we couldn't, okay? Accept your love for yourself. Keep it for you. Water your roses. Okay, stay beautiful. Stay healthy. There's another card on the floor! Okay. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Okay. Shh. Dang it. I thought I was done with this reading. New moon in Taurus. New moon in Taurus. We have to fix this. Okay, read it fast. Suggests you can have what you want, including material things, but you must believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. You can create abundance, okay? Okay, new moon energy, Venus, okay? Work with Venus energy. Look at where Venus is in your chart is what I... Get or give a massage. That's what I just heard, okay? You will soon be able to afford the thing you're dreaming of. Getting clear on what you value most will help you find peace. Okay, take time out to pamper yourself, okay? Treat yourself like the king, okay, like the emperor. That's what we were going to do. We were also going to draw on the emperor. Okay, 4 shuffles is what I heard. Okay, because we had to do this fast. Spirit, make it happen. It's a miracle. Make it happen. It's a miracle. And through Spirit, our connection with God, the Most High, with the unseen realms, the spiritual world. Okay, all things are possible. And one more shuffle. 3, 3, 3. All things are possible. Ace of Cups advice under the Emperor. Keep your heart open. 6 of Swords, you're getting through a difficult time, okay? Page of Pentacles, take it easy. You're learning through this experience, okay? The Hanged Man, let your perspectives change. Let the alignment in. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine in. The sun shine in. 8 of Pentacles. Yes, it's hard work, but it's very rewarding in the end, is it not? And in the way. 3 of Cups. Good times. Okay, focus on the good times. Focus on the good times. Stay positive. Okay, not toxically so. We're not in denial. Okay, that's a river in Egypt. All right, we're not going there. All right. Okay. Peace out, babies. Bye. This is your reading for the week. Okay, just a reminder. Yeah, bye.